So, one of the reasons I'm here is I have to admit, I was a bit of a dum-dum with my wife. We were trying to get pregnant for 8 years. And those first 6 years, I was enjoying trying to get pregnant, but I didn't think these old sperms would work, to be honest with you. So I didn't really get in to the process until the last couple of years. And I went for it. No pot, no alcohol, no coffee, no steam baths, jacuzzis, anything hot for this. And that was a big sacrifice. I'm a bit of a spa whore, so I have to admit, that was a big sacrifice for me. I got with the program and things turned after 6 years. And now I'm 54, as I mentioned earlier. I have been teaching yoga for about 25 years. And my wife and I found that that was a powerful thing for us to connect together, but also for me and for her. So let's have you sit up nice and tall with your feet planted on the ground. Maybe slide a little bit away from the table. And like when we started this morning, we're just going to close our eyes for a moment. So I did mention this morning about the mind-body connection, and gosh, we've heard that so many times, and it sounds a little bit heady to me, but gosh, does it ever exist? So what's happening in this modern world is we're running around like crazy, at least I am. I think probably a lot of you are as well. And there's an important thing is to connect to the body with the whole fertility process. Connect down into your belly, into your hips, into the whole mid area of your body, and into your whole body. And this was the special sauce, the magic that helped my wife and I become pregnant and to have this baby that we have now, Malia. So just close your eyes for a moment and take a few breaths. In yogic philosophy, the breathing is the most important thing. And I know you're thinking, well, I'm breathing all the time, and that's true. But I'm looking for a different kind of a breath, a deeper breath, and maybe even a slower breath. We're going to sit for a little while and breathe, and I want you to observe your body. It's almost like you're a scientist, a researcher studying your own body. As you breathe nice and deep, maybe 3 times deeper, just grab onto those inhales. There it is. I see it. We're expanding into our body. It's like you're a balloon with the inhale. And then with the exhale, I really want you to feel like you're letting something go. Stress, tightness. There's a feeling of melting, of softening, of relaxing. And what happens so quickly just after a few breaths, it's called the relaxation response. It's been around for a long time, where the body changes from releasing stress hormones to relaxation. And that's what we're looking for. This helps the body, but it also helps the mind. And I told you at the beginning I'm a little bit of a dum-dum. I didn't realize that this would also help with my relationship. Because my wife and I were getting a little testy with each other. She didn't feel like I was doing enough to help. I was blaming her and she was blaming me. And gosh, I didn't realize that actually that was short-circuiting the whole process of us trying to get pregnant. So we made a pact after 6 years of trying. Isn't that a long time to try? We made a pact, okay, we get pregnant, we don't get pregnant, we're a team together, we're going to work together no matter what happens. The most important thing is we're connected with each other. It took me 6 years to figure that out. I'm a relaxation expert. You would have thought it would have taken me a second. So I'm hoping that you can learn from my mistakes and make your connection with your partner the most important thing, but also the connection with yourself. So just keep on breathing here. We're just eliciting that relaxation response. Remember I told you to breathe a little deeper? Let's breathe a little deeper. I want to see you expand with the inhale. And then that beautiful, let the shoulders soften. And if you can, close your eyes and just start to observe how you're holding the stress in your body. To start with, super simply, just rest your forehead forward. We're going to work through your whole body. And then gently let your head just roll out to one side. So the first place is our neck. As you start to move your body, and notice if the breath starts to seize up. Let's keep the breath very full. Lightly rolling your head back and out to the other side. And this will be our first practice, our first step. Maintaining the slow and steady breath. Perfect. Remember, you're watching your body, you're watching yourself for tight spots, places you may tighten up. Stretching into your neck and shoulders to start. Perfect. Awesome. Beautiful. You may start to feel a little bit tired. That's okay. Don't worry. I'll be waking you up shortly, but just allow that relaxation to come in. One of the first things happens is you're like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. Don't worry about that. I'll wake you up. Snore as loud as you like, but keep on breathing, keep on stretching. So let's go ahead and take your head back to center. And then we're going to actually reach the arms right up and interlace hands just above the head, just like a basketball. I call this the human basketball net, just like that. And reach them right up. Perfect. So now you feel your shoulders. The interlaced hands and arms are a little bit behind you. Try not to compress into your low back at all. Take another breath here. Do you feel the stretch in your shoulders? It's as if we're waking up your body part by part. Nice job. Now turn your palms up towards the ceiling. The hands are still interlaced. Beautiful. Excellent. And keep on stretching. Do you feel where the stretch is? Now here's something different. Imagine you can breathe just where the stretch is. So remember, it's expansive like a balloon as you inhale. And as you exhale, a feeling of letting go and softening. Excellent. And then we slowly release. Nice job. Now I know it's a little bit challenging because you do have a chair back, but interlace your hands behind your back. So it may be behind the chair, or you could sit up nice and forward into your chair. You see, how does it feel? Is it okay? Just make sure you're comfortable. Those interlaced hands, reach them away from you. That's it. We're stretching deeper into your shoulders. Now here is the big lesson I want you to learn, is wherever you feel the stretch, breathe into that place. Where do you feel the stretch? In your arms, your shoulders? Let's breathe. Excellent. You got it. And then again, we gently release. Shake it out a little bit. We're loosening up. We're loosening up the whole body. Good job. Now check this out. You're going to actually take a hand behind your back, and it can be between your back and the seat back, and then lean back into it. Yeah, just take a hand right behind your back, and then take your head away from your shoulder, that arm that's stretching. That's it. You got it. And you can sit right back against that hand so the seat and your back are touching. Perfect. Adjust your jaw just a little bit. Roll your jaw up and roll your jaw down. And remember, we're looking for those longer, deeper breaths. It's as if we're retraining our body to relax a little deeper. Perfect. Roll your head back and very gently roll your head forward. Perfect. Nice job. Let's free up that arm, shake it up a little bit. We're going to tuck the other hand behind your back. And then again, we're just switching sides. Forehead rests forward, and then roll your head away from your arm that's tucked behind your back. Now, here's a challenge for you. If there's soreness, ease back. It's important that we learn not to go too deep into it. And then just take a few breaths. Adjust your jaw up and adjust your jaw down. You're literally looking for tight spots and then breathing into those spots. I hope that makes sense. Awesome. Nice job. And then we come back to center. Beautiful. So taking hands in front of your heart, just like you're about to pray, and push those palms together. Yeah, just like that. The hands are close to your heart. And then push the palms down towards the floor as you push your palms together. You feel the stretch in the wrists. Again, if it's comfortable, close your eyes. Do you feel the stretch in your wrist? Imagine you're breathing into your wrists. Sounds a little metaphysical, but it's very potent. And then we interlace hands and roll the hands out. This feels really good if you work at a computer, drive a lot, whatever you do. Loosen it up. Nice job. And then taking one hand on your forearm or wrist, and we're just going to start to massage into that forearm or wrist. Allow your shoulders to relax. So we're really working on this mind-body connection, body part by body part, and keep that breath just rolling. Nice. Switching sides. Excellent. Good job. And then interlacing hands right between your neck and shoulders. Dig your fingertips right into your traps between your neck and shoulders. Can you feel that? Do your best to relax your arms as you're digging your fingertips right into that little ant pile on each side. Do you feel that? And dig it right down. And again, we breathe. Just keep on breathing. Awesome. Nice. Beautiful. And then find another spot and dig your fingers in, massage. Perfect. It hurts a little bit, that's okay. Let it loosen up. Massaging into your neck now, fingertips. Beautiful. That's it. Awesome. So we're going to do a more traditional yoga pose. You'll have to be mindful of the person next to you. So you reach on up. It's called eagle arms. So you basically want your right arm under your left. There you go. Now you can cross your palms, or we call it bear hug. You can press your palms on your shoulders, opposite shoulders, just like that. Nice. And then squeeze. Perfect. That's it. Super simple practice, but keep breathing, keep stretching. Nice. Keeping that breath maybe 2 or 3 times deeper. So down into your feet, your legs, connect into the body as best you can. In one motion with an inhale, again, mindful of your neighbors, we'll reach right up. Perfect. And switch sides. Nice job. And squeeze. Some of you more bendy people might even cross your hands. Beautiful. That's it. Where do you feel the stretch? Now, breathe into those places. Awesome. And then again, we release. Nice job, everybody. So we're actually going to slide away from the tables a little bit, grab your hips, and just start to move those hips around. In fact, let's stand up and move those hips around. You can kind of back that chair out. When I teach at companies, I call this the empty elevator stretch. Just gives a person a chance to stretch out a little bit. Try and reach your hips out to the left and to the right. Do you feel that right in your hip joint? There's a little bit of core engagement, so you feel your belly coming in a little bit, and then reach back and forward. We're literally getting things flowing inside your body. Nice. Beautiful. So that practice we did a little earlier, remember tree pose? This is a chance again to connect with your partner. If you're by yourself, no problem, do it by yourself. Let's come right back into tree pose. So hands come into prayer. Nice. Yeah, grab onto your partner. Wrap your arm around your partner. If you're by yourself, perfect. And let's come in as high as you want. Good job. Another chance to close your eyes and take a couple of breaths. This is it. This is the practice. Breathe. Do you notice the breath is flowing, and as it flows, your balance gets better? Beautiful. Nice. Simple practice. Good job. And again, we slowly release. You're getting better at this. This is the second round. You got to switch sides if you're with a partner. Switch sides if you're by yourself. And again, hands find prayer. You do want to stretch into the groin and hips. We're trying to get that energy flowing in the mid part of the body. Great time to breathe. Nice. How about 2 more breaths here? Awesome. And then again, we slowly release. So being super mindful, give your partner a little high five again. Appreciate that. A hug is good. A kiss is great. All right, so we're going to come right into a forward bend, mindful of the table in front of you. It's super helpful to bend into your knees, mindful that the table's not in front of you, and very slowly slide hands down your legs. It looks something like this. Now here is something interesting. If you do feel a little bit of a tenderness, wherever that might be, it could be your low back, yeah, and just rest your head down, rest your arms down. You could grab opposite elbows. Grab onto opposite elbows, let your forehead rest down, and kind of sway your torso, your head, your arms. Excellent. Where do you feel any tightness along your spine? Is there an achiness in your low back? Maybe hips? Bend your knees deeper if there is. We'll be here just for a couple of more breaths. When you're ready to rise, drop your hands down, slowly rise. Let your head be the last thing. Thanks for trying. Slowly rise back up. Awesome. So we're going to sit back in our chairs, preparing for what's called figure 4. Good. Excellent. So this is figure 4, and it's a great hip stretch. So you cross your right ankle over left, just like that. Perfect. And then this is it. You can lean forward a little bit and apply just a little bit of pressure below the knee. Do you feel it in that right hip? Awesome. And then just wait here and breathe. It's good to sit up. How's that feel? If you like, you can stretch a little bit forward and see how that feels. So we're getting into your hips and around the groin area. Take a couple of more breaths. Let's practice with the breath. Together, fill on up. Inhale really full. And with the exhale, open mouth exhale, let it out. Good. A couple more just like that. Inhale, filling up. Open mouth exhale, let it out. Good job. Perfect. And then super simply, we're switching sides. So figure 4 on the other side. You can even put a little pressure on that bent leg, just kind of pushing down just a little bit. Do you feel that? Intensifies the stretch. Now the challenge is you want that area to relax. Can you feel the tightness in your left hip? So just with your breath, your awareness, and the stretch, start to relax that area. Nice. Let the shoulders relax. We're holding here for a couple of more breaths right into the body. It's a very simple practice, but so powerful. Awesome. Nice. And again, together, let's take a breath. Big inhale. Open mouth exhale. Awesome job. And again, we unwrap. We just do pose after pose. So wrapping the legs now, we call this eagle legs. Perfect. So you got your right leg wrapped over left, and then with your left hand, grab your right leg, and we're going to twist out to the right side. You can grab your chair if you want. Ladies, if you do get pregnant, I would recommend to not do these twists like this, the spinal twist. So just a reminder in the future. So just peek around behind you. Sit nice and tall and breathe as you twist. Now hold just where you are, but float your gaze all the way around to the other side. So you're just unwrapping your head. Awesome. That's it. And then again, we unwrap and come back to center. Nice job. Thank you for trying switching sides. We call it eagle legs. So wrapping your legs nice and tight. We're going to take the twist out to the other side. Are you ready? Just taking it out to your left side. Look to lengthen, sitting up nice and tall and twist. Peek back behind you, stretch into your neck, but keep that breath very full. Can you feel the sits bones in your butt touching the chair? One sole of the foot is touching the floor, so you're really rising up from the floor, the chair. Beautiful job. Coming back to center. Nice work. So let's pause just for a moment. We're going to take our hands to our low back using knuckles and fists. Now, some of you may want to do a forward bend. It can look like this. Or some of you, like this, just sitting up. You actually want to pound with fists, knuckles, and thumbs around the hips, the low back, and even the sacrum, right below the low back. That's it. If you work hard, you're loving it, it's feeling good on your low back. Right around the hip bones and into the glutes. You can hit pretty hard. Even towards your legs, onto the upper thighs and along the sides of your thighs. Perfect. That's it. If you have low back pain, this feels fabulous. Awesome. And then we'll sit back up. Good work, everybody. Again, we're just going to close our eyes for a moment. Make sure you're comfortable, totally comfortable. Stretch if you ever need. Awesome. Just taking a few breaths, sit nice and tall, and practice this practice of breathing and connecting into your body. Do you feel maybe a little tingling into your body? Do you feel maybe more present in your body? Start to take the breath. It's like you're imagining this down into the soles of your feet, into your hands, whatever's touching the chair. Breathe in. Awesome. So remember, at the beginning of the day, we created an intention. I hope you found something. I think one thing that I realized after 6 years of trying to get pregnant was that I felt maybe a lack of care with my wife, my partner. And it didn't kick in until after 6 years. Now I look back at it and go, oh, what was I thinking? So this care that we just gave to ourselves, I can't express how important it is to bring that care to your partner as well. One act that I did that's so simple, and yet my wife appreciated it so much, is I got on board researching what's it going to take for us to get pregnant. It was pretty shocking for me to find out that guys were 40% of the challenge. So I got on board and I started to Google, okay, what can I do for myself? All right, I won't go in a jacuzzi. Okay, I'm going to stop smoking pot. Okay, I'm going to stop drinking. I'm going to stop coffee. All these little details. And it wasn't just for a week, but it was for years. And that was a challenge for me. And then I started to research, okay, so acupuncture, that's helpful. Where could we go to do yoga? And my wife appreciated it so much that I got on board with this process. For 6 years I didn't. The last 2 years I said, I'm going to take this on. Here's something that you'll want to consider, and it might not seem accurate to you, but to be playful with this process. It became kind of a serious thing, maybe a point of contention with me and my wife, but I have to tell you, we discovered a playfulness in this. We were like, all right, we're going to try and get pregnant, we're going to try and have a baby, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but we started to have a good time with it. We went on date nights together, which we hadn't been doing. We decided to take this on as a playful project, and it turned on us. And here's the thing, the moment we took this playful project on, that's when we got pregnant. So I don't know if there's a correlation there, but it felt like it for us. I think a big part was to relax. It started to become pretty stressful. Life is stressful already, isn't it? But we decided to relax about it. And that also was a big turning point for us, to not sort of look at each other like it's your fault or maybe it's my fault. We started to ease up on that, and we relaxed, and we started to hug more and started to kiss more and started to give each other points of gratitude, to acknowledge each other for our efforts, and that seemed to be very game-changing. So I'd love it if we spent a few moments in meditation now, just closing your eyes again, very comfortable. If it feels like to you that you don't know how to meditate, don't worry about it. Meditation is the world's easiest process. I just want you to spend a moment or two acknowledging yourself. You're here today. You made it. Good job. It's important to acknowledge yourself in this process. Like truly, really acknowledge yourselves. And then spending a moment to acknowledge your partner. I always think my wife's a little crazy to be with me. I'm a bit of a pain in the ass myself. Just acknowledge your partner, that she's with you in this process. She's hanging in there with you, or he's hanging in there with you, however the case. It's teamwork at its ultimate level to have a baby and to bring that baby, make it happen. That's the ultimate teamwork. It wasn't easy, but we had to find patience. It took 8 years. Our patience was kind of at the end of the rope, but after about 6 years, we said, to hell with it. We're going to be patient with this. It's going to happen when it happens. Loving one another. Relationship's not easy, is it? At least ours isn't. We have little tiffs, probably on a daily basis. But at some point, we said, okay, that's the big focus. Number one, loving one another. We had to dig really deep inside ourselves and decide to trust. And isn't trust an interesting thing? It's not easy to trust, to believe. Whatever your desire in life is, without trust, without believing, it's empty. Whatever your faith is, God, however, we found trust. So we're going to sit for about 5 or 10 more breaths. Let's take the first few breaths together. Are you ready? Let's really inhale together. Just fill on up. The breath is magic. Breathe in. Open mouth, exhale. During the bumpy ride that my wife and I had, sometimes she'd look at me or I'd look at her and we'd say, honey, take a breath. And I'll tell you what, that breath was magic. So we'll be here for about 5 more breaths. Awesome. Those last 2 breaths, make them very full and deep. Imagine you can breathe into your body. You're like a balloon expanding as you inhale and letting go, melting, softening, and relaxing as you exhale. Awesome. So our next action I'd like to do is actually give you a book. So feel free to open your eyes. So come on up here. If you're in a couple, I'm just going to give you one book. And if you're on your own, I'm going to give you one book. This book is called Lover's Yoga, and I wanted to make it a gift to you. And it basically has partner poses. My wife and I have been teaching this for about 15 years. And I've got about 3,000 in my garage, so no sweat on my side. But I really wanted to make this a special gift to all of you. I think you'll find it playful and friendly no matter where you go on your path. So please just come on up, and I'd love to gift this to you. Awesome. Great. Yeah. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy that book, Lover's Yoga. I think you'll have fun with it. Thank you.